Hey, good morning. Happy Friday. Fun Friday here on the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum show. And I hope everyone's doing well. I got a lot of pop-ups on Gary Vee putting out some marketing feeds and YouTube and stuff like that. So I was like, cool. And then it dawned on me, as I was thinking, what would be a fun thing for everyone to be able to do on a fun Friday or to have some fun with your group? And I thought, it'd be fun to do something with yard sales because Gary Vee, he does his um, marketing thing or does his little video clips of him doing yard sales, and maybe people can do clips of that too. And what he does, he goes out there and shows you can make money, even if you don't have money, by doing yard selling. So I want to talk about that as a fun thing. And we also have Fortune Cookie Friday. Yay! So it's just a fun thing, an idea, something different that if you have a group, I don't know if they do yard sailing and stuff like that. And it's not sailing a boat over a yard if you've never seen it. It's usually a lot of suburban stuff. You can do inner city stuff too. There's always some little person trying to sell something. So we'll talk about that as something fun you could do, a little competition among people in your group and get them to think about something outside of work for a change that is kind of out of the ordinary. So we'll talk about that today on our Fun Friday. This is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And here we talk about Scrum and Agile in a very practical and tactical way to try to bring more value without working harder and have a little fun along the way. And since it's Fun Friday, we always try to find fun ways for the team to experience, learn from each other and do things like that. So what is yard selling? So basically yard selling, you're driving down the road and then you see a sign that says yard sale. And it's usually people selling stuff that they had previously. And like I was showing, maybe you get some camping gear, right? You got a little headlamp here. There's always baseball cards, right? There's always baseball cards. I was just looking at Eddie's baseball cards, and he has his Bryce Harper card, right? So he's got that. There's always books. Maybe you'll find an old Scrum book, right? Maybe you'll find a hat. Maybe you'll find some Legos, right? Maybe an old train conductor ticket puncher, right? Could be a lot of things out there that you could find. So the idea would be, you said, well, one always check to see if the team's interested in that. Is this an idea to have some competition? Say, hey, would you all like to have some friendly competition? I was watching Gary Vee in marketing, and he's talking about how you can make money on the side, and everyone talks about these side gigs and all that. And I think it would be fun to have everyone compete. And you say the competition, really? Competition, right? The little antennas go up. And maybe do a yard sale competition. And what you want to do, you figure out a limit. You say, okay, look, everyone will spend, no more than $5 at a yard sale, just so it doesn't cost a lot of money. I mean, you could go up to 20, I don't know. Different parts of the country, money has different values, right? So maybe you say it's a $5 cap. So you cap it. And you spend a half hour. Okay, you got a half hour to figure out your strategy for how you're going to do yard selling. And then they go off and they do their they take, like, let's say 10 minutes. All right, 10 minutes to go out and come up with a strategy how they're going to do the yard selling and see if they can make more money and make some money on a side thing of yard selling. Then you come back and you say, okay, everyone share your techniques, your thoughts on how you're going to tackle the yard selling. Maybe you give them some information, like, you're going to go on Google, are you going to go on eBay and get it where you can check the value of stuff? How would you look at eBay? And people would share some information. Maybe some people have never done it before. Maybe some people have done it all the time. There's always little techniques out there. Would you use an app? There's like yardsales.com. There's all kinds of stuff like that out there that helps you find these things. Or you just plan to randomly go drive down the road and go find something and buy something for $5. What's cool about this? So you get you have over the weekend, you have a max cap, $5. You're doing yard sales, and trust me, they pop up everywhere here in the States. You can't drive down the road without seeing a sign, especially on a weekend. And if they want to buy more than that later on, fine. But their cap for expenses $5. And then when you get back on Monday, you can have everyone share like, oh, I got this nice lantern or flashlight for $2 at a yard sale, and everyone shares again, and they share their experiences. Did you learn anything new, anything fun? Did you have a good time and stuff like that? Oh yeah, we're gonna do it again next week, and it just goes into that realm. So it's a chance to have double the fun. One, plan it, share how they're going to tackle an unknown, right? And this is one of the other reasons why I suggest the yard sale. Not everyone does it. It's an unknown. It's how would you tackle the problem? It helps get them used to seeing things that are unknown. How would they go about it? How would they strategize to solve the unknown, right? So they're having fun. They'll go and maybe even ask them, what theme of product would you want to look for? What would be your primary and secondary? Maybe their primary is like me with train stuff. I look for train stuff, or I look for camping stuff, right? What am I thinking about that? Or maybe kids stuff, or maybe baseball cards, or something like that. That I really look for, because like if I know my son if he sees a Bryce Harper card, he's gonna go get it unless he already has it. He has a big Bryce Harper collection. And I think he has in here one of the cards. Shoni Otani. Yeah, this one's a nice card. It's pretty cool. He's awesome. Anyway, so maybe you get something like that. So it's a fun idea. It's a chance for a little competition. So do some yard sailing, right? And have a little competition, make it $5. Who makes the most money? And then they come back the next Monday and share their experiences. Did they luck out? Did they find something? Was it interesting? Was it? And maybe have a conversation with the people there too, right? How do you break that conversation? I always try to teach my kids to go out and have conversation with people, talk to them, because you know what? Sometimes they bring out some neat stuff that ain't for sale yet, and they'll sell it to you if it has any value, right? They just weren't thinking that way. But if they have someone who's really interested in the hobby they had, trust me, they share some stuff. So that is the fun idea. Do some yard sailing, make a little competition, give the team, 5-10 minutes to come up with some strategy, how they want to do it, share their strategy. And then the next Monday, you can compare the results, right? What did you get for $5? And whoever had the best deal and the best story wins, right? You can vote on that. So with that, let's do Fortune Cookie Friday. Yay, it's Fortune Cookie Friday. And again, the reason why I share this fun thing is it gets people to know each other, talk about stuff that's not work related, get to say, oh, I never knew Greg was into trains before. Oh, I never knew he was into baseball stuff, and things like that comes along, or soccer, or who knows, or American football for those interested, or cricket. You never know what you're going to find in the box of chocolates. No, kidding. Anyway, so we got Fortune Cookie Friday. Let's see what the agile accountant, we talked about making a fortune. Maybe you'll make a fortune on one of these yard sales and you just don't know it. All right, so let's see what the Fortune Cookie has to say today. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. So gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. Now, I don't know how this applies to, I have to think about that for a second. Gratitude, I don't have all this junk in my house, maybe from a yard sale perspective, but gratitude, I do my gratitudes in the morning, and I was actually doing it before I came on here, so it was kind of interesting for me personally. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but a parent of all others. So I do try to do my gratitudes as far as my goals. I write a thing that says my goals and what I'm grateful for, and some to do things that I want to do during the day. I try to do that every day just to focus my brain. But as far as this topic and this activity, just be grateful for being able to go out and interact with people. we had the you know what for so long that people didn't go out. So go out of that, get out of the house, to go for a drive, go for a bike ride. Maybe just some corners place someone selling t-shirts, right? A sport t-shirt that you can get for $5. And I just thought of it. And I'm grateful that I have the $5 to go buy something, or and just share with the person who's trying to hustle out there and make some extra bucks. So that's the idea. That's the thought process. Um, so go out there, do a yard sailing thing, a little friendly competition. We need more friendly competition. Now, what would be really good, and I did this, but there is an actual TV show where they have people go to a giant, and you can do like a giant market or something. There's always one of those Sunday markets somewhere. You have to drive a little bit for them, but they would take some people in groups in competition and say, okay, you got $100 or whatever, $50. Go buy stuff. Whoever gets the most value will rank how well you did on your purchases. So there is an actual show out there about doing that. And you can have people tell them to watch Gary Vee, one of his shows, on why he does the yard selling, right? He has some yard selling. Go Gary Vee yard selling. You'll find him pop up. And maybe he'll give you some pointers on matchbox cars, fluffy animals. He does all kinds of things. But things you can buy for under $5 or whatever cap you put at your game. So with that, I want to wish you all the great day. Happy scrumming. Go have some fun. Enjoy the weekend. And we will see you again on Monday. Take care. Bye. See ya.